Com. First of all, Dr. Bruce, it's been a great pleasure having you on the show. I've thoroughly enjoyed this hour. And you wanted to give our listeners a special invitation.
Yeah, I really enjoyed meeting you and enjoying the message that you're giving in your show. And just want to encourage people, to live for their hearts, to live for their joy. And, St. Francis used to say stone by stone or step by step. But that's the true life.
Now, how can our listeners contact you? How can our listeners contact you if they'd like more information about your retreats, Silence Day? How can they contact you, sir?
Well, the best thing is go to the website. We offer retreats in Assisi, Italy, then here in Northern California near Napa, and it's silencestay.com. And then you can find us through the internet. That's the easiest.
I have to ask you this. Have you sent a copy of your book to Pope Francis?
He's a busy guy. I don't think we could just send it, but we have somebody who's trying to get a copy to him, and we'll just see what happens. We're not officially part of the Catholic Church, so we have friends in the church, and we're just doing the best we can. But we're doing our part to support him to live the heart of St. Francis, and it's not easy in a very conservative church.
I guess my final question for you tonight, sir, is what is your vision of the church were it to be truly well, serving, and lifting hearts?
I imagine every day when people went to church, they start off with the prayer, Lord, make me an instrument. Where there is anger, let me find peace. Where there is hatred, let me find joy. That we want to be instruments of peace and healing. I mean, that would be a radical change in the church. And it could spread to other churches, too, because it's not limited to one religion. And that's very powerful. As a group of people, we come together and we help people feel better. We help serve them. We come together and have a meal together. I mean, the possibilities are unlimited. And the Pope can only set an example for the rest of us.
I guess after our conversation for this past hour, which has gone by so fast, to put the message that St. Francis was talking about over 800 years ago into a context today that many people will be able to associate with is all you need is love.
That's all it is, to be less busy with our mental lives and stress and take time for our hearts. A quick story. In 1975, I wrote a book called The Magical Child Within You, and it was the first book on the inner child.
Wow.
And I was in graduate school and looking at how serious all the adults were, so I wrote a book about the inner child, that we need to remember our hearts, our inner child, and have some fun. And now this idea is very normal, but it's all about each of us finding a life of joy and a life for our hearts.
And, of course, all that equates down to one simple word, love, because that's what all the religious leaders are trying to teach us, is all you need is love.
Yeah, and they teach by setting examples. That's all we can do is set examples.
Dr. Bruce, I want to thank you ever so much for joining us, sir. It's been a great pleasure. Continued success, and I truly look forward to the next time you and I meet back here in the X Zone.
I appreciate everything and the best for everything for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Exonation Dr. Bruce Davis has been my guest this hour. He is the author of The Love Letters, St. Francis and St. Clare of Assisi Meet Pope Francis. His website is www.thesilencestay.com. I'll be back on the other side of the news at 6.5 minutes past the top of the hour as we continue around the world from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. My name is Rob McConnell. Don't go away.